Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the CDL Podcast channel. In this episode today, not a real episode, we've got a mini episode. Going to be talking about the big OpTic news that dropped out of nowhere on the timeline. If you guys enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. If you're on the audio platforms, drop a follow, drop a 5-star review. I'll probably upload this on the audio platforms. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, this is just a mini episode. We do a podcast every Monday. If you guys want to check that out with my co-host, this will just be a solo, quick one. News dropped out of nowhere. Pred back onto OpTic. I saw like the initial tweet, and it was like home or whatever with like obviously like a silhouette of Pred. And then I was like, I know they're doing like the ring ceremony potentially at the OpTic event Major 2. So is it like maybe referring to, like the ring ceremony? I don't know if he was back. And then it said World Champs return to Allen March 20th through the 23rd. So then it was like getting closer to teasing it, but still you never know if they were just baiting for engagements to, talk about them returning for a ring ceremony. And then they tweeted the gif of him, and I was like, what's going on? And then, of course, thank you, Huke tweet goes out. They tweet a picture of Pred, and then Pred, tweets that he's back. Kind of dropped out of nowhere, kind of crazy. Obviously spirals a lot into roster mania because that means Huke is a free agent, and that's a good by OpTic to, depart with Huke, not just stick him on the bench and trap him there. But unfortunate for Huke. We'll talk about both aspects of it, where Huke could go, what this means for him. But Pred back on the roster. I know Huke was probably OpTic's best player. Not probably. He really was their best player at Major 1. But, I mean, the move makes sense. This is the World Championship team. I know Huke's been on the team for a little bit now, but this is the World Championship team. They were always, if Pred could come back and there was no issue, they were always going to run it back with Pred because this is the World Championship team. I mean, you got to give them a chance. So, like, I see people saying Huke was done dirty. I don't necessarily agree with that because, like, yes, he was the best player. And, like, in a normal situation, it would be crazy that they dropped Huke instead of any of the other players because he was the best player. But this isn't a normal situation. This is the World Championship roster that played 2 matches together, and then, Pred had to be, dropped or benched or whatever for unknown reasons. I mean, we have the rumors, but technically unknown reasons. It was never really confirmed. But this isn't a normal circumstance. I mean, they're bringing the World Championship roster back together. People calling for Kenny. That was never going to happen. Like, this was going to be the World Championship roster. If they were bringing back Pred, it was always going to be for Huke. It's unfortunate for Huke because, like I said, he doesn't deserve to get dropped, but he probably will have his pick of the teams that are looking for a submachine gun player because he's definitely becomes like the best SMG or overall best free agent on the market. Initial thoughts for Huke, Vancouver kind of sticks out because he has the history of playing with both a Booza and a 04 last year, and they're looking for a replacement for Hecz. So as long as they haven't signed somebody already, I would assume that Huke kind of sticks out to potentially go there. I mean, other places he could go, I mean, potentially to Boston if they're looking to make a move from Purge, but I would figure they're more looking to make a move off one of their ARs. Obviously, FaZe aren't picking him up. I'm assuming Carolina are going to stick. New York, maybe, since Pred isn't available, they could pick him up, but their subs have been pretty solid, so I don't know if they're looking to make a change in that front. LAG, same thing. Like, Kismet and Linz are maybe fine. Maybe they pick him up. I don't really see him there. Obviously, no LA Thieves. Obviously, Miami. No Rocker. I'm sure we're going to stick with their submachine gun duo. Falcons isn't really an option. Ultra aren't really an option. So, it's probably like Boston, maybe New York, maybe Vancouver. Vancouver makes the most sense with his history with the organization and 2 of the players. It might be a little bit more of a seamless transition, and they're the team that's definitely looking to replace one of their submachine guns more than any other team. So for me, Huke to Vancouver makes a lot of sense. Kind of a blessing for Vancouver. They need slaying. They can pick up an SMG that can pick up a lot of that slaying slack and just kind of seamlessly fit in and probably make Vancouver a lot better with a team of Abuza, 04, Nasty, and Huke. I think that team gets a lot better and gets into champs contention. As for OpTic, it's a good thing we get to see the World Championship roster run it back. It was kind of unfortunate that the roster had to, disband and break up due to whatever outside factors, because obviously we always like to see the World Championship teams get a chance to run it back, and that was a very good one. I mean, that team has a lot of potential to be a winner this year. They had potential to win with Huke, but they have even more potential now as they're running back the team that, won 2 events last year, had one of the most successful years, probably the most successful year for OpTic since IW. So 2017, 8 years ago. yeah, excited to see what they can do with Pred. Just wanted to kind of come on here, give my thoughts. Like I said, if you guys are checking this out for the first time, the channel out for the first time, normally pretty much long form content, a weekly podcast that gets uploaded on Monday nights with my co-host Brock. So if you guys want to drop in, drop a like on this, sub, so you can get some notifications for when the podcast drops. We'd greatly appreciate it. Excited to see Pred back. Obviously, this makes the top 3 really interesting again because we get to see this team run it back. So excited for that. If you guys enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. If I drop this on the audio platforms, drop your follow, drop your 5-star review there. Appreciate you guys' support as always. Excited to see what the roster can do. Drop your comments down below. What you think of the move? Was Huke actually done dirty like some people are saying? Just wanna hear your guys' thoughts down below. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the podcast next Monday.